This should be a noon. Nazala, to come down, to descend. Anzala, to make something come down, to send down, to descend something. Anzala, should be an alif. To send something down, to make something go down, to make something descend. Nazala, anzala. طيب. قال صاحب الكتاب حفظه الله تعالى. So the author, may Allah preserve him, he continues. التدريب الأول, exercise number 1. أجب كما في النموذج. Answer as it comes in the example. النموذج, example. المسلم المسلم يعبد إلها واحدا. إلها واحدا. The Muslim worships one deity. طيب. الآن الفعل يأتي بعد الاسم. So now the drill, we're going to bring the verb after the noun. So he says al-muslimu, and then he brings the verb ya'budu ilahan wahidan. The Muslim worships one deity. Al-muslimu. How do I turn those sounds off? طيب, the Muslim, then he brings the verb يعبد إلها واحدا. طيب, انظر هنا إلى الفعل. Look at the verb as it comes after the noun. Look at the verb as it comes after the noun. طيب, إذا الفعل يأتي بعد الاسم عليه أن يوافق معه في شيئين. أن يوافق معه في شيئين. If the verb comes after the noun, then the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. If the verb إذا جاء الفعل بعد الاسم, and this should be an ayn. بعد الاسم عليه أن يوافق معه في شيئين. في شيئين. If the verb comes after the noun, then the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. If the verb comes after the noun, then the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. If, or this could be when. When the verb comes after the noun, then it has to agree with it in two things. إذا جاء الفعل بعد الاسم عليه أن يوافق معه في شيئين. If the verb comes after the noun, then the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. طيب من لا يفهم? Who doesn't understand? جميلا. طيب من معنا يا اخوان؟ Who's with us tonight? آلية، أبو دايم، شيخ نكير. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. How are you يا أخي؟ الحمد لله رب العالمين. أنت معنا? You understand the point?
Yeah, I understand. I'm waiting on you to get to the point where you're gonna explain what it has to agree with it in.
نعم جميلا أحسنت. طيب, so if the verb comes after the noun, then the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. في الجنس, this should be Arabic يا إخوان. في الجنس والعدد والعدد. So it has to agree with the noun in two things. In gender and in number. In gender and in number.
I hear you, but I guess the screen must be like freezing up or something, because on my screen all I see is the letter H and that's that.
What about now? Oh, it's a little delay. Sorry. It should be coming at for him. Do y'all see me going in and out the windows now? It's a little lag. Alright, let me try something, Ikhwan. Hold on 1 second. What about now? So the verb has to agree with the noun in two things. في الجنس والعدد. فمثلا علي يذهب إلى المسجد. طيب, Ali is going to the masjid, to the mosque. What about now, ya Ikhwan?
It's working, but it's not it's much of a delay. It's much better.
Yeah, it's much better.
طيب علي يذهب إلى المسجد. طيب علي مذكر. Ali is masculine. Ali is masculine. مذكر. Ali is masculine. وعلي مفرد. And Ali is singular. Ali is masculine and Ali is singular. فالفعل عليه أن يوافق معه. So the verb has to agree. So the verb has to agree. فنقول يذهب. So we use the singular masculine verb. فنقول, so we say for example الأم تذهب إلى المسجد. We give you another sentence. الأم تذهب إلى المسجد. The mother الأم تذهب إلى المسجد. The mother الأم تذهب إلى المسجد. طيب الأم the mother مؤنثة feminine. The word the mother is feminine. How do you know it's feminine? How do you know the word the mother is feminine? How do you know the word al-ummu is feminine? Man yujibu, who can answer? Answer Mai. Assalamu alaikum. You guys are there? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Can y'all hear ya, Ikhwan? Aba Zubair. I think we lost connection here, Ikhwan. Let's try it again. Hey, for our brothers online, we're having a little technical difficulty. We're trying to get it back. Assalamu alaikum.
You will now be placed into the conference. There are 3 participants in the conference.
Assalamu alaikum.
Please announce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. Y'all here now? طيب, why is the word al-ummu feminine? Hey, accent. للمعنى, because of the meaning, is feminine because of the meaning. جميلا. للمعنى. Words can be feminine from a few different ways. Words can be feminine from a few different ways. أحدهما وأحدها المعنى. One of them is the meaning. والثاني الشكل. Another way is the shape. The shape of a word can let you know this word is feminine. What's another way a word can be feminine? المعنى. نعم. أحسنتي. By meaning. Another way is الشكل, shape. What's another way? That's the shape. What's another way to identify a word is feminine?
By the use?
You can say, you could use that. The usage of the Arab. بوضع العرب. بوضع العرب. It has to be, or it's the way the Arabs use it. It doesn't look feminine. It doesn't have a feminine meaning. But for whatever reason, the Arab use this word in a feminine manner. Accent. بوضع العرب. The way the Arabs use it. The way of the Arab. The people of the Arabic language. And there are others. Body parts in pairs. Some geographical locations. طيب. So now we said al-ummu. Al-ummu mu'annathatun. Al-um is feminine. Mu'annathatun. It's feminine. Al-ummu, the mother. طيب. What else about the word al-um in this sentence? Al-ummu tadhhabu ila al-masjid. What else about the word al-ummu? Ahsanti. It's also mufradatun. It's feminine. So now we have to use a singular. So we have to use the singular feminine verb. So you say al-ummu tadhhabu in the mudari'. First we're doing the mudari', and then we'll do, I believe the next drill is the madi. Now, al-ummu tadhhabu, because al-ummu is feminine and al-ummu is singular. So we use the tadhhabu. ila al-masjidi. No. أنتم فاهمون? You guys understand? The mother is going to the mosque. Maybe she's Muslim. Alhamdulillah. She's going to get some dawah. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless that the mother of Imam Ahmed. May Allah make our wives and our daughters and our mothers like the mother of Imam Ahmed. طيب نرجع إلى الدرس. Let's return back to the lesson. المسلمة. Alright, feminine. So we're going to use this phrase, ikhwan. We're going to use abada. The mudari' is ya'budu. So we'll make it easy. We're going to use one verb. Abada. And the mudari' becomes ya'budu. So you have to change the verb based upon the noun. To worship. We did the first one. The example. Al-Muslimu ya'budu ilahan wahidan. So we're going to keep the same sentence. All I want you to do is change the verb. That's all that's going to change. لا تتغير الجملة. The sentence is going to stay the same. نغير كلمة واحدة. We're only going to change one word. So the sentence is going to be إلها واحدا. We're going to make it easy. All you have to do is change the verb based upon the noun that comes in front of it. That's it. So they brought, who wants to be first? Al-Muslimatu. The female Muslima. So make the verb agree. تفضلي. تعبدوا إلها واحدا. ما شاء الله. المسلمة تعبد إلها واحدا. The female Muslima, what does she do? She worships one deity. ما شاء الله. أحسنت. طيب الثانية, number 2. المسلماني. The 2 male Muslims. Who wants to do number 2? تفضل يا أبا زبير.
طيب المسلمان يعبدون.
Super close, super close. Try it again. Oh, لا بأس. من يعينه? Who can help our brother? Not ta'budani, but ya'budani. Al-Muslimani ya'budani ilahan wahidan. The 2 male Muslims, afwan, the 2 male Muslims are worshipping or worship ya'budani ilahan wahidan, one deity. Muslimani ya'budani. Remember the ya, masculine, the ya. How about turn this sound off, ya ikhwan? Every time I get a notification, it makes that sound. طيب المسلمان يعبدان. المسلمان يعبدان. طيب. The 2 male Muslims. So it's masculine. Muthanna, 2 of them. Ya'budani. الثالثة, number 3. المسلمتان. MashaAllah. طيب, the 2 female muslima. Muslimatani. This one is tricky. Fadda. Whose turn? Abu Naeem.
Okay, you said Muslimatani?
Good.
Muslimatani, Yahudu,
You got it.
Yahudatani,
Close.
Yahudatani.
Present tense verb. لا بأس. Whose turn? عالية تفضلي. تعبدان المسلمتان تعبدان إلها واحدا. طيب. The two female Muslims تعبدان إلها واحدا. The tricky part, ya ikhwan, one of the easiest ways to remember, in the singular, if it's feminine, ta. In the present tense. If it's masculine, yeah. Also in the dual. If it's masculine, yeah. Feminine, ta. And then when it gets to the plural, it becomes a little tricky. But singular, feminine, ta. Singular, masculine, yeah. Remember in the mudari', al-mudari' is kind of tricky because there are only a few letters to play with. It's not a lot. It's only a few. So in the mudari', in the present tense of the verb, you only have alif, noon, ya, ta. That's all you have. Alif, noon, ya, ta. And the beginning of the verb is all you have. Alif, noon, ya, ta. Every كل فعل في المضارع يبتدئ بأحد هذه الحروف. Every present tense verb is going to begin with one of these letters. That's all you have to choose from. طيب, the alif represents ana. For example, الذهاب, I am going. الذهاب, the alif represents ana. So, الذهاب, you see alif on the mudari' is always going to be I. I am going. ذهب means to go. Alif means I am going. طيب, the noon. The noon represents نحن. نكتب, we. You can't say us are writing. No. So it becomes we. The noon is going to be us or we. So naktubu becomes we are writing because of the noon. Kataba means to write. The noon represents nahnu, we are writing. Next one, the ya. Ya represents huwa. Ya, طيب. يصلي. The ya represents huwa, him. Yusalli, salla means to pray. The ya, he is praying. Because of the ya. In the singular, we're talking about the singular. Firstly, what's the next domir? What's the next pronoun? Ta. طيب, the ta represents here. Now pay attention to that ta. Sorry, la bas. We'll do the singular first. The ta represents here. طيب, هي ضرب تضرب. She is hitting. ضرب means to hit. He or the ta represents here. She is hitting. ضرب means to hit. The ta is here. Then you come to the muthanna, the dual. In the dual, you're only going to see two. In the madari, al-muthanna, the dual. You're only going to see two letters. And they are ya and ta. That's it. You may say nahnu, the noon, but that noon doesn't mean two of them. It could be two, but it doesn't mean two. Two people can say us, but that noon doesn't mean two. So for the muthanna, there's only two, ya and ta. For example, you say ya, this is going to represent huma, those two men. Yamshiyani, those two men are walking. You see the ya. Those two men are walking. Alright, then lastly we have the ta. The ta represents those two women. Huma, which is also huma, becomes tamshiyani. Those two women are walking. So remember, إذا نجد التاء في المثنى أو في المفرد فهي للتانيث. So if you see the ta in the madari, in the singular, and or in the dual, it points to the feminine. إذا نجد الياء في المفرد ولا في وفي المثنى في المضارع يدل على المذكر. If you see the ya in the singular or in the dual for the madari, it means masculine. If you memorize that, Allahu Akbar. That's a nice little drill. We have to make that a little post, a little poster. And the madari, if you see the ta in the madari, يدل in the madari, you see the ta في المفرد, talking about the mufrad, then it equals, or it's talking about here. Also في المثنى, in the dual, يدل على here, and it points to here. The ta in the singular shows here. The ta in the muthanna shows here. So on the muthanna is going to be those two. So it actually be huma. Huma. Now, but that huma will be feminine. So the ta, now this is the real tricky part. The ta, after all of that, the alif is always going to be for ana. Always. Every example. The alif is always going to be ana. Why is it doing that? So we have the alif. The alif is always going to be for ana. Now the ya. We'll save the ya for the last one. We got one more point. The noon. Always going to be nahnu. Now the ta. Now we learn the ta can be anta. Did we mention that earlier? Oh, we just did. Now we just did alif, noon, ya, ta. One more benefit about the ta before that. The ta can also point to, in the singular, anta. So technically the ta can be one of three if it's singular, one of two if it's the dual. So this is the tricky part. So the ta can be anta. The ta can also be anti, feminine. The ta can also be here. Or anta, anti. Right, that first ta can also be antuma. We didn't mention that one. Antuma. You two men. It can also be you two women. And lastly, here. And then after here, in the dual, it can be huma for the feminine. So this is the tricky part about the madari. Since there are only 4 letters, some letters have to share. So you see a verb starts with ta, it can be one of these. If you see tadhahabu by itself, it can be one of 2 things. It can be you are going. It can also be she is going. Because of the ta. Because of the ta. One of the best ways is just to practice with it. The more you study it, and the more you... One of the hardest things in America and the West is to practice your Arabic. Because who are you going to practice with? You practice with the Muslims, they're going to think you're showing off. Except the one that knows the virtues of seeking knowledge. Nowadays, you try to do good, people talk about you. You do bad, no one says a word. You pray, oh, you're too strict. She wears jilbab, oh, she's mutashaddida. He seeks knowledge, oh, he's showing off. He's seeking permission. So لا تبالوا بمثل هذه الأقوال أبدا. So don't worry about the likes of this speech ever. تكون مخلصا, you be sincere. فقط لا تبالي بأقوالهم, don't worry about their speech. يقول ماذا يقول, let them say what they say. كلامه فقط لا يضرك أبدا, their speech will never harm you. They say he's seeking fame. طيب. لا تبالي, don't worry about that. Oh, she's متشددة, she's showing off. لا تبالي بهذا, don't worry about that. كوني مخلصة, be sincere. طيب. So you have to practice and practice and practice and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. You brothers that are married, talk to your wives in Arabic and then translate. You sisters that are married, talk to your husbands in Arabic and then translate. To your children, talk to them in Arabic. Your companions, talk to them in Arabic. كان شيخا أو كان شيخ ولعله تقي الدين الهلالي رحمه الله تعالى نظر أن لا يتكلم إلى عائلته إلا باللغة العربية. There was a sheikh, and perhaps it was the great sheikh Taqi ad-Din al-Hilali, may Allah have mercy upon him. And he made an oath. He made an oath to Allah. May Allah make us like him. Allahu Akbar. A scholar of our time. Rahimahullah. So this great sheikh, what did he do? He made an oath, a covenant with his Lord, that he would not talk to his wife and his children except in Arabic. Allahu Akbar. فالمرأة ذهبت إلى القاضي من أصدقائه من زملائه فتقول عليك أن تمشي وأن تأتي وأن تحكم بيننا وأن تنصح شيخي إمامي زوجي أن يتكلم إلينا بالعربية فوافق فأتى. So she went to a judge, which was one of the companions, the comrades, the companions, the colleagues of the sheikh. She said, come, you have to come be a judge, come give advice to my imam, my sheikh, my husband. He's only talking to us in Arabic. So the man agreed. He came, talked to the sheikh. Sheikh, عليك أن تتكلم إلى عائلتك باللغة التي هم يفهمونك بها. أو كما قال رحمه الله. So he said, Ya Shaykh, you have to talk to your family in a language that they understand you. قال لا تكلموا إليهم إلا بالعربية. He said, no, I'm only talking to them in Arabic. الله أكبر. فبعد حين وبعد حين زوجته تعلمت العربية وأولاده يتعلمون العربية وكلهم يتعلمون العربية والحمد لله رب العالمين. So after some time, what happened? Eventually his wife began to learn Arabic. And eventually his children began to learn Arabic. And all of them learned Arabic. Because of the Shaykh, the Imam, rahimahullah ta'ala, only talking to his wife and his children in the Arabic language. أين نحن من هذا? Where are we from the likes of that? يا إخوة. Allahu Akbar. طيب للواجب أريدكم أن تكملوا هذه الصفحة. For homework, I want you to complete this page on 85. We did the first 3. So you're going to finish 4 and 5. And then we'll continue inshallah with the second exercise. من المضارع إلى الماضي. Then we're going to come from the present tense verb to the past tense verb. So I want you to complete 85. And then we'll continue inshallah with the next exercise coming from the مضارع to the ماضي. طيب إذا عندكم أسئلة فلتتفضلوا. If you have any questions or comments you want to mention, then you can do so. May Allah make it easy on and on your family. اللهم اشفيها. طيب inshallah لا بأس. Inshallah ta'ala you get everything set up with your ummi, and then inshallah you complete the exam. Also make dua for our beloved brother Sheikh Nakir. One of his family members passed away this week. So make dua for our beloved Sheikh and his family. Inshallah ta'ala. I don't know if he died upon Islam or no. If he did, we ask Allah ta'ala to have mercy upon him. And we ask Allah ta'ala allow him to die upon al-Islam. Our sister Zakiya also mentioned she was kind of busy, so we give her an extra day also. Inshallah ta'ala. I also received the homework from the brother Abu Daim regarding the words. Inshallah ta'ala. So we're still waiting to receive everyone's tests. We'll give another day or so, no problem. For you brothers and sisters that have Islamic excuses, la bats. If you don't have no Islamic excuse, then that's different. Any Islamic excuse is accepted. Other than that, may Allah make it easy upon all of us, ikhwan. So we'll stop there. فَإِنْ أَصَبْتُ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ وَإِنْ أَخْطَأْتُ فَمِنْ نَفْسِي. Anything we said that's correct is from our Lord. Anything that's incorrect is from ourselves. وَجَزَاكُمُ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ. Taqiyuddin al-Hilali. Now, I believe he was one of the ones who was upon the panel of translating the Quran. Taqiyuddin al-Hilali. And he was real diligent with the Arabic language. He's actually a scholar of the language also. And that was a tremendous reminder how he was with his family. He tried to encourage them with Arabic. So he used himself as an example. If I only speak to you in Arabic, now you're going to be forced. Like if you're studying Arabic in a Muslim country, you're forced to learn Arabic. You're not going to depend on translations. You have to learn what they're saying. So if you speak to someone and you try to force, when I talk to you, I'm going to talk to you in Arabic. At the end of it, his wife learned Arabic. His children learned Arabic. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Our sister, she says, you may need to re-enter. We can't hear you. On the free conference. Oh, Jamila. So may Allah increase all of us in studying the Arabic language, speaking the Arabic language, listening to the Arabic language. Try to increase yourselves, ya ikhwan, in those lectures, in those classes. Whereas the speaker is speaking Arabic, the ulama, those students of knowledge that speak Arabic, try to increase yourselves and listening to them to train your ear. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. No. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.